So in the day of the rapture, on the day of the rapture, it's not so much how close you've been with God. It's not so much how close you've been with the men of God. It's not so much how many Sundays you attended or how many prayer meetings you attended. It is the positioning of your spirit to hear the sound. So when your spirit can't hear the sound, you're not going. You might be a bishop. You might be a prophet. You might be an arch prophet. You're not going. So while it's every Christian is happy that the rapture will come, we are going by the rapture, you are lying to yourself. Is your spirit enough, attuned enough to actually catch the sound, the ultrasound that others are not catching? I don't know if it's getting there. Yes, sir. So we can, that's what the Bible, as we're looking at it in the book of Matthew, says, one shall be taken, another shall remain. 2 men will be in bed, one will be taken. Women will be grinding. One will be going and one will be left. And they are there. Why? Because the spirit of one responds to the sound. As a deer panteth for the waters, my soul panteth after thee. The deep calleth unto the deep. In other words, my deep is to respond to a deep. It's a sound that only my spirit can catch. So some will never catch that spirit. Right. You never. And notice here, it says when the last trumpet shall sound. Now it says the last trumpet. That means you should have heard the second last before this last one. Yes. Yet you never heard it. Now if you never heard it, and in that service I was standing there, then I called another lady at the back and I said, you're going to have your 2 children are coming back, right. A boy and a girl. Yes. Your prayer is done. Yes. Right. And I said, you see I'm standing here, 2 children, right? Yes. You met your husband online when we're doing live. Yes. How do I have that information inside a church? The lady is in there middle row, in fact the last row. Yes. And I'm in front. How am I tuning to hear that sound? And yet somebody next to me didn't hear it. Yes, sir. An ultrasound happened and the whole church didn't hear it. I heard it. Now imagine during the rapture what shall take place. When God speaks something, people think it's going to be like a boom and sound everywhere. CNN catches it. No, Christians won't catch it. It is the sensitivity of your spirit that gets you to hear. Now let's go back to angels. Thank you, sir. So when we're dealing with this thing, remember this. What takes you to heaven is your sensitivity to the sound, number one. Number two is the body that has been transformed. And Jesus produced that body, but for that body to be produced in you, so that it takes over your flesh, it needs something that we call constructive interference. Constructive interference is when a sound wave of the same magnitude collides with another sound wave of the same magnitude. It changes the level of this magnitude and goes to another level of a magnitude. That means it changes its properties to become another wave, which is bigger than this one. So now this is your flesh. You hear a sound and you are vibrating, your spirit is vibrating at the same frequency with the trumpet's call. So now this wave is bringing this magnitude and this wave is bringing the same magnitude, and they collide. My spirit colliding with the sound of the trumpet produces the body that will carry me to heaven. Now, so now if that doesn't happen, you will not have the body to go with. Jesus. So you remain here. Jesus. So you'll be a Christian who has been left behind because you thought your membership was going to take you. You thought your partnership is going to take you. It's not. It is the sensitivity of your spirit.